Let's open this thing up with, the main event of the evening, I would say. Jayden Daniels, Heisman case. You're going to hear a lot of noise about this. We're going to hear a lot of noise about what we say. He's very deserving of being mentioned here. He's going to be, in my opinion, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in terms of Heisman rankings. Let's look at the odds, though. They got Caleb Williams leading the pack at number 1, of course. Michael Penix Jr. is trailing right behind him in Heisman odds at number 2, followed by Bo Nix. You got Quinn Ayers, Jordan Travis, Dylan Gabriel, and Jayden Daniels as your top 7 in the eyes of Vegas to take home the Heisman Trophy. Now, I'm not going to say that this list is bogus. I'm not going to say that, Jayden Daniels isn't at the top. Throw it in the garbage. No, you expect that. That's why we're going to label him a sleeper. That's why, we're kind of arguing and getting on our soapbox for today. Let's kind of dial in to why I would make this claim. He's throwing accurate. If there was one thing that you had to take away from Jayden Daniels' season last year and something that, you would have to critique and grow on, and he'd be the first to admit it, it would be his accuracy, his decision-making, being able to just keep that confidence with him when he escapes the pocket. Don't always want to run like the wind, but you do want to find that balance to be able to extend the drives, to be able to utilize your strengths. You don't want to handicap yourself. You don't want to tie your hands behind your back, leave some of the strengths on the sideline. You want to be able to actually put your best effort on the field. So I think being one of the better mobile quarterbacks, he's going to have to find that balance of not getting laid out on the field. And, he's going to actually have to get down and, protect that football and in the air and on the ground, make those decisions. Make those smart decisions. I think he's got the spotlight on him to be able to get that Heisman attention. I don't know if he's going to be able to win all the big games. Unfortunately, we see us drop the Ole Miss game, drop the Florida State game. There was a close game with Arkansas. So, the defense and a couple of, younger mistakes on the offensive side even are potentially going to prohibit him from being in that main event caliber LSU-Alabama game, that steering the ship like it did last year for him. I don't know if that's going to have hold as much weight just because of what the team's going to be facing going forward. So not winning the big games might be his Achilles heel. All in all, though, if you want to look at his performance statistically when compared to these leaders, I would say that, he's second, maybe third in terms of rankings by statistics. Let's look at his total yardage on this year, 2,002 total yards. That puts him second among that top 7. He's only second to Michael Penix Jr., who's 6 yards ahead of him. They both are the only 2 quarterbacks to break that 2,000 total yard mark. Let's look at the touchdowns. High production. He's second in total touchdowns among these top 7 with 19. He's only second to Caleb Williams, who has been hanging a lot of points. That offense is red hot. Everyone will be the first to tell you that the reigning Heisman is probably going to be the one who's putting the points on the board the most. But the fact that Jayden Daniels is trailing him at second, I think that says something. If you're second and number 1 is the reigning Heisman, I think you need to be in that. So I think we got some network issues. Sorry about that. But Jayden Daniels has only got 2 interceptions. He hasn't had those issues that he had last year. He's been able to find that comfort in the pocket. He's been able to get that protection by that offensive line. He's been able to find his weapons in Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. And I think, probably one of the more underrated elements as to why Jayden was able to just explode this year is probably going to be that running back room. I think the fact that they have so many tools in that backfield that open up the scheme, that take the pressure off of him, that make him not have to get all of the yards. Logan Diggs being the rushing yard leader for LSU, that already takes plenty of weight off of Jayden's shoulders. So I think Coach Kelly, they're on the right path in terms of preparing Jayden for the NFL. You see them, bring him back one more year. They're like, man, you got something left in the tank. And boy, were they right, because this is exactly what they envisioned. A great year for Jayden, turning a lot of the narratives around on their head. What do you think about Jayden? What do you think about his Heisman case and this whole debate of whether or not JD5 is Heisman caliber?
I think coming into the season, there was a lot of Jayden Daniels. After that first season he had with LSU, we've seen his upside, but then there's also a lot of people who've seen the negatives that he can bring to your program. Some people were calling him like a quarterback who couldn't throw the deep ball. He was kind of scared to trust his receivers. He was running too much. I see somebody call him a running back, and I was like, geez. And he's came out and in my opinion, he's put up a really, really strong performance and a really good argument on why he should be at least a Heisman favorite. Like, let's just look at LSU's stats right now. They have the 6th best passing offense in the nation, not just the SEC. They have the 6th best in the nation, the 7th best scoring offense. Jayden Daniels has 1,700 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, just the way he can get this LSU offense to produce, and it's being overshadowed by the fact that our defense is playing probably some of the worst defense they've played in a minute. And if that defense was able to tidy up a little bit earlier, I'm definitely sure Jayden Daniels would be, if not like top 3 Heisman candidates right now. I mean, he's playing great football. He can get the ball. And what I like from him especially is that we're starting to see those NFL throws. We're starting to see him throw guys open, like where he's leading these receivers. He's getting it downfield. He's making calls like an NFL-esque quarterback. He's really good in that offense, and I think that as we continue on with this college football season, he'll definitely get some more recognition. Right now, he's at plus 3,500 odds. That puts him 8th according to CBS, and I mean, there's a lot of people doubting Jayden Daniels right now, but I think this offense is top in the nation, and if we get that defense to match it, there'll most definitely be something over there.